Well, today's a nice day because it's nice and warm again, so at least in the 70s, so I get to be out on the lake. But we will not be doing the full video on the lake. So it's one of those days and weeks and whatever. It's just, I know I kind of wanted, what I wanted to do is talk about specific stories that are important to me, things that happen, blah, 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 right? The letter, right? I don't have it in front of me. This is something else. But it's just one of those things where I can't quite talk about it, so we're going to talk about how I can't talk about it. I know it's as miserable as it is saying it and hearing it, I bet, yeah. I'm going to spare people Armpit Farts Volume 2. Maybe at a later date we'll do that, but it's just one of those days. I know I should go through these things. I know I should say these stories, put them out there, talk about it. And I know it's a rough draft. It doesn't even have to be perfect, but it's just... it's that overwhelmingness of what's the point of putting it out there? There's a million little stories. How do you even arrange it in the right way? And that's kind of what I'm looking at. Is I printed off a Word file from, I think, 2014. I don't have it here, but many years ago, 2000, let's say 14. So at least 6-7 years now. And it's just the same old stuff. You know, it's the same old stuff that in 2014 I kind of wanted to talk about this. How do you talk about it? Because again, it's just so much information. And even more than that, it's not just, it's hard to draft this and stuff. You know, it's like, there's lots of stuff there, right? It's the fact that I can't show up and be like, hey, I kind of want to talk about this stuff, that there's nowhere to show up. That's horrible. That is just still absolutely fucking horrible. You know, just that realization that, yep, it's totally miserable and alone. There's just nowhere to go. And I think that's just what I've been kind of struggling with is just that acceptance of that. And maybe, and again, at various times I have accepted that to some degree, but it just doesn't stick. It's sticking more than at other times, because I can say it. I can even, what was the last thing we did? Not the letter. I read something out loud. My memory is just not the best. Whatever it is, the not armpit fart stuff, whatever somewhat quality thing I attempted to do in the last couple of, well, no, the whatevers of the world. Okay, that's a good start, but something before that. It wasn't reading the letter I sent to my shitty parents. It wasn't that. So anyways, it's just one of those days where it's just, I just... yeah, it's just the despairing about it, that I know I want to talk about these things, that I just can't. It's just too overwhelming, too despairing, and it's like, ugh. Because again, there's nowhere to go and say, hey, I'm kind of on the same page as you people. Let me plug into this group or whatever that's already here. And there's nothing. You know, there is nothing. Yeah, there isn't. There isn't. And that's what it is. You know, that's what it is. But again, we can even just do a video on how I can't do a video, and that's fine too. That's fine too. But that's where we are. So that's it.